It is Wednesday. We're going to get over the hump here. Major League Baseball action. We got early action. We got late action. We got all kinds of action. Chris, how's the action? What's going on?
Yeah, the action could start out well yesterday and then kind of tailed off at the end as the Orioles got their teeth kicked in. But I'll tell you, they don't normally stay down for long. So I'm excited to see what today brings against Blake Snell. But overall, decent day, 2-2 day. Can't complain.
I was 2-2 as well. Jay, how about you? What's up? I know you swept the board yesterday.
Beautiful day for me yesterday. 3-0 sweep. Felt pretty good. Trying to keep it rolling into today. My Rangers continue to just be the best home team in all of baseball. Them Rays took an L, so it was all a great day.
All right. We got a lot going on today, too, so should be a good show. Maybe we'll actually talk about the games today. See what happens. I think we had some really good winners on yesterday's show. No, we're not big recappers. And people say, oh, you should recap, your videos, like spend the first 2 minutes recapping. I'm like, not big on it, but we all had the White Sox yesterday. We all had them. Jay was like, I need the insight. I'm like, we kicked their ass at Wrigley. It was the Tukey show.
Hey man, I be out here to learn too. I love learning from you and Chris. Sometimes you just gotta
I
ask.
learn every day too, man. So I'm excited. It's like, believe me, I get taught a lesson. Left and right, man. Boy, it is always on the job training in sports betting. Anybody watching us? Yeah. What's that thing you got above the Canadians? The Maple Leafs thing there. I can't see it. Let's see.
It's a hockey night in Canada. Little metal print.
Nice. Oh, yeah, it's sprucing up the set a little bit there. I'm going to have to take it up a notch. Working on it.
Chris also hit that over 2.5 first inning for the Braves. That was another one.
I'll try to find more of those.
They did it all with 2 outs too.
Love those.
I was sitting there, I saw the 3-run home run. I'm like, oh, please get a fourth, but no days.
Any other notes from yesterday? How about Dela Cruz, man? Got to learn how to run the bases. Where the hell is No one goes from first to second on the fly ball to the outfield. They go from second to third. You do not go from first to second on the fly ball to right. He's out by a mile. Basically, disallowing the Reds' chance to score a run there. Should have been on. Oh, and the Blue Jays. How about that one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Zach Wheeler, man. If it wasn't for bad luck, he would have no luck at all. I say it all the time. And once again, pitched a gem and loses. He didn't get the loss, but he got the no decision. His team lost. No one gets the loss like that. Castillo maybe gets some, but not like Zach Wheeler, man. Zach Wheeler, the toughest loss I've ever seen was Clevenger. Well, actually, there was 2 guys that pitched no hitters, through the 9th inning. That's happened once before. I was way before my time, but that happened before. So someone had to lose that game. But the toughest loss I ever saw was when Clevenger threw the 1-hitter in Seattle. It was a home run, and he lost 1-0. King Felix pitched the no-hitter. It was like, what do you do? So he gave up 1 run. It was a home run. It was 1 hit, and King Felix pitched the no-hitter on the other side of it. It's like, that's a tough day at the office, but that's typical for Wheeler, man. That was my $15 play. My big play yesterday was the Blue Jays.
Got Nola and Gounsman today. I want to see.
It's called the straight Ruffolo. I hate you both.
Nah, I got to pry one out of you today.
Ain't gonna happen. It's an over.
The Mariners tried to save me yesterday. Did you see that?
What's that?
The Mariners tried to sell that game yesterday.
They tried.
They tried.
They tried, man.
They got it done in the end, though. It was good to have baseball.
Well, the Rays also lost a. The Rays also lost some ground yesterday, as they were the only ones that lost in the race. Well, in the National League, everybody lost. Cubs, Marlins, Reds, all lost. All right.
All day action today.
Yep. Let's get it rolling. Pirates against the Mutts. It was all Pirates yesterday. That was one of those games where it's like if you had the under, you just got absolutely busted up, something fierce. Wasn't it like 1-1, like in like the 7th inning, and it went like 12 runs or something? One of those games.
Yeah. Something like that.
What's the deal with the Pirates? Like, isn't like their best guy injured for the season? Cruz, right? O'Neill.
He's coming back soon. I think he's coming back at the end of the month.
But he's missed like the whole year.
Yeah, he's missed like 2 or 3 months. He had an ankle injury sliding into second.
Who's the Red Sox second baseman? Now this kid looks good.
Is that Cassis? No.
No, he's also like Cruz or something. He hit the home run the other night, the walk-off against Kansas City.
I'm trying to think. No, Jaron Duran's in the outfield, but
Devers?
No, he's third base.
no.
Oh. I know you talking about.
All right.
Oh, hold on. See here, Pablo Reyes.
Yeah, that's it. What? You don't like him?
No, I just
You gave me a disgusted, concerned look.
no. I've completely blanked on him on that one.
It's like, how dare you?
The audacity.
The audacity.
Where do you get off?
Pablo Reyes. He's batting .320. Yep. You wouldn't know it, right?
Yeah.
But he is. He was 2 for 4 yesterday. 2 for
Flying
4
under the
scored a
radar.
run. .417 slugging percentage. Anyways, Johan Oviedo up against McGill. City Field. Home of the Nacho Hat.
Yeah. Well, I think today, it was all all Pirates yesterday. It's gonna be all Pirates again today. I'm gonna take the Pirates at plus money. Johan Oviedo, he had a bad start last time. But prior to that, he was rolling 3 straight wins. He'd given up 2 combined runs in those 3 starts. McGill, 10 runs allowed in 10 innings since coming back into the Mets rotation. I'm back at the point where I just don't want to lay juice with the Mets. So give me the Pittsburgh Pirates in this one.
For me, I think you look at an over, and I think you look at the Pirates. I'm not touching the Mets. I tell y'all that all the time. I'm not touching the Mets. McGill is probably the worst starter in this rotation. And like Chris said, Oviedo had gone through a stretch of looking good. His last game wasn't the best, but I could see a bounce back in his future, or a decent game, I should say. Hopefully. But I think runs will be scored, and I think the Pirates win it in the end. So that's what I like in this one.
I'm going to broken record this one. Every time Oviedo pitches, I say the same exact thing. If he can get out of the first inning, he's going to be good. And I think he gets out of the first inning against this low-life Mets team where I think heads are going to start rolling there soon. Sooner rather than later. You would think that teams would just be offering would have offered a boatload for Lindor at the trade deadline. Except for the Red Sox, because they got Reyes. I'm on the Pirates too. I think they get out of that first inning, and I think that's it. I think they just go into cruise control. The Mets look like the Mets that we saw most of the season. They're just not hitting the baseball. Hard to scare teams if you can't put runs on the board. We go to our next game. Twins and the Tigers. Jay's favorites. He loves those Twins.
Yeah, they got a dub yesterday, but it's in my nature to fade this team.
It was come from behind too. They were
It
losing
was.
2-0.
It was. The Tigers was looking sweet, and Twins came back and got them. But
Grand slam, right?
was it a grand slam? I don't quite remember how it happened. I just remember I wasn't watching the game. It was one of those check your ESPN app and be like, "Damn, Tigers!"
Yeah, grand slam by Wallner, and Cabrera hit his 509th home run for the Tigers.
So it's tough. I'm going back to the Tigers though in this one. Win and a half, taking them against a 50-50 team, like I always say. And then I think the pitching matchup is pretty much a wash. Maeda, he's not good. And Olsen, I think he's okay. I think the Tigers have a legitimate shot to compete in this one, and I'm going to take a shot here with them, plus the 150.
There's a way to grab it here. Oh, yeah, here it is. So someone said it went just a little too fast. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I'm going to take the Twins here. I like Maeda in day games. I just think he's a better pitcher in day games. And, that's just where I'm standing. I like Maeda. I like guys that don't throw a million miles an hour and can get away with it. I think he's one of those guys who sometimes will get away with it. Everyone knows I love Olsen. I think he's one of the, if the Tigers, Tigers win the World Series in a year or two, I think he's going to be on the team. It'll be him, Manning, Casey Mize. I mean, sick rotation. Scooble out of the pen, long relief when they're getting blown out.
Scoobled.
Scooble. It's like Newman on Seinfeld. Scooble. I'm going to go with the Twins here. I like Maeda. Chris?
I'm going to take the under 8.5 here. We just saw this pitching matchup a couple days ago, and finished 3-0 in favor of the Tigers. Reese Olson, 2 starts against the Twins, just 1 run allowed in those 2 starts. So I think you could have a decent enough outing here. And Kenta Maeda, since coming back from the injury list, he's been on an absolute tear. I think this is a game where both starters go 6 strong. I think at the absolute worst, it's 4-3, whichever way you have it going. So I'm going to go with the under 8.5 in this one.
All right. Moving right along. What preseason game are you looking most forward to this week?
We got a good schedule. We only got 1 tomorrow. Last week I think we had 2, so I haven't just deep dove it yet because you got to wait later in the week to get all the information from these guys in the preseason.
So Chris, what do you think about the breaking news that Jay's taking over the NFL jam session there for the season, for the 2023 season, all the way up until the Super Bowl?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it goes. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes.
To see how it goes.
Jam session in the NBA.
Knock it out of the park. What are you talking about?
No, I'm
Jay's like, I'm surprised how many views my video got. It's like, why?
I didn't know. I didn't mean like of course he's gonna do well. I'm saying
it's cold.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Jealous? You want to do it? You want to do one also? You could do touchdown props instead of your home run props.
There you go.
Nick Chubb, anytime touchdown.
And Nick Chubb,
please.
anytime touchdown.
Oh man. No, he's gonna knock it out of the park. The jam session was awesome this year. So.
I can't wait. Should be fun. Love football, so can't wait to cover it on a weekly.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Chris and I will be covering the regular weekly videos. We'll have help on that as well. We got help on the way. I'm excited about that. Kind of been alluding to it a little bit. I'm going to probably be doing less videos. I'll still be doing the live show. I'm going to be doing less videos going forward. I'll still be doing my 7 free picks. Still do tons of videos, but I'm just going to do less than what I've been doing. Kind of spread it around, man. We have a really good team. This is really the best group we ever had. If anyone's an experienced handicapper, like you have experience on another website or something, jump ship. Probably got one opening right now. Ready into football season. Don't send me your picks. Don't send me all your stuff. Don't give me a pick. Don't do any of that stuff. If you're on another website, you have a pick record and you put in picks every day and you do all that stuff. You want to jump ship, send it over. If you do video, shows, all that other stuff, that's a bonus. I'm looking for one. What do you think, Chris? Bonus announcement. Looking for some new friends?
Yeah, there you go. Never go wrong with it.
I'm not saying we're replacing Ruffolo. I'm just saying that we might be replacing Ruffolo. All right, we're not replacing.
It's not you. It's not me. It's you.
We're not replacing Ruffolo. We're just actually. So what happened is that Micah, Dave, and Eric were all on the site as cappers, and they're just going to concentrate on the Dime Club. So we took them down as cappers, and then we have trimmed a few other guys off recently. So it actually has shortened the roster up where it's like I don't want to add 5 back, but I could add 1 if it's someone really good. Not you, Jesse, surely.
That ship has sailed.
That ship has never even left the port. I'm up. You know of anyone? You ever contacted Jay? 1 million people contact you, I'm sure. I
got a couple names I can give you.
Really? You have to narrow it down to 1. If you're gonna give me a few names, give me just give me the best one. I don't have time for it.
I can do that.
I'm sure you can. If you got a guy, I'm interested. Just one.
I'm not the guy.
What? You got a guy, Chris?
No, I said not the guy.
Chris gave me a guy. His guy lasted less than 3 days. Bittler gave me a guy that lasted less than 3 days. Like generally, it's not as easy as it looks. I just promise you. We make it look easy. And not as easy as it looks. And I'll tell you, those days when Jay's coming off a 3-0 day, nothing can stop him. But believe me, it goes a couple of balls go the other way. It's tough to get out of bed.
The other day when you have the Rangers who get walked off and you have the Yankees. Oh.
It happens, man.
It happens, man.
Yep.
Yankees up 8-1 and lose the Marlins.
Nowhere to hide. Plus, the boss is an asshole. So it's like, I just tell you that point blank. Boss is a prick. As always, we don't discriminate. Race, color, creed, religion, sex, none of those things.
Come join the team.
Yeah. But I'm not looking for people with no experience. Not right now. We'll do the become a capper for those people. But I'm not looking. I want someone that has at least some experience. Or bring something to the table that we don't have. Like your killer TikTok or killer, something like that. Or, you got a nicer set than Ruffolo or anything, something like that. He's working on it.
I'm trying.
I guess Romanelli's building out a new set. He asked me all the questions today. About this. I had to send him all the pictures, of my studio. It's like, how do you get the sound not to bounce all over the place?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find some pictures. Show you guys how I get the sound to not bounce all over the place.
Ruffolo, I need another gym today, and I was looking. Might be a spot.
That's how the sound doesn't bounce all over the place.
Yeah, you got all those things on the roof.
Yep, and a cheap rug. Always works. Cheap rug and roof tiles. Take no credit for putting up the roof tiles. Hired someone to do it. Admit it. I tried. They're all falling all over me. It's like snowing. I stink at it. All right. Rockies, Diamondbacks. It's me. I'm going to take the Rockies here. Cecchione, isn't he a reliever, Chris?
I think he's just a rookie that was brought up who's sort of eased into the rotation.
But he's good. Obviously.
Yeah.
Slade Cecchione. He pitched relief last time out, 1.2 innings, and then he had a start against at the Giants. He got rocked. I'm gonna take Gomber at home, man. Gomber's been pitching well. We talked about this the other day. He's been a lot better than what we thought. So.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the under 12.5 here. I think this is just one of those overinflated Coors totals. Like you said, Gomber's been pitching a little bit better. And Slade Ciccone, I like what I've seen from him so far. Like I said, I think it's just going to be one of those games that maybe finishes 6-4, 7-4, something like that. So 12.5, I think, just way too high. And this one, I'm going to go with the under 12.5. Lean towards Arizona, though.
12.5.
Sassoni on the road. The one game he had started this year was an L in San Francisco. He went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 earned. They lost the game 4-2. And I would imagine that's probably how this game is going to play out. I think Gomber, I've been telling y'all, I kind of like Gomber. Gomber is just about on the edge of making a list of my guys. He's been pitching well over there in Colorado. I've been speaking wellly of him lately. And I'm going to back him in this spot, getting plus money at the crib against a 50-50 road team and the Diamondbacks, a team that every time you see them on the road has a legitimate shot to lose. Favored here after now the Diamondbacks were, 17 games above 500, now a game below. Man, how the mighty have fallen. I'm continuing to fade this team. And the Rockies, only 4 games below 500 at home. Watch out, man. They're going to finish above like they always do.
Who'd you take, Chris?
Under 12.5.
Under. All right. Jay's a Rockies guy now. He's traded in his earth tones for purple.
Yep.
How about the alternate uniforms? The green ones with the mountains? What? The first time I saw those was a surprise.
Can't believe the Diamondbacks, man. Terrible.
Los Serpientes.
TT means team total.
Oh, we got comments? Oh, man.
Yeah. I forgot to put the poll up, guys. I'm sorry.
Is Rod on here today? Rod's doing like chats in our Facebook group. I had to delete it, man, because I get notified every time somebody does something. Like, how about knock the shit off? It's like I couldn't figure out how to turn off notifications. I'm just deleting it. It's like I'm doing one of these, man. I am. I'm doing one of these things. I'm freaking out. I'm like.
throwing the phone out the window.
I mean, why don't you just do a regular post? What the hell's the difference? We got the Giants and the Rays. Chris Jay's Rays not really there.
Yeah, this was a little bit of a tougher one. I said after yesterday, wouldn't back the Giants until I saw them come through against a right-handed pitcher, and they did yesterday. But even then, I'm still not at back, and I'm here. I'm going to take the Rays one more time. I like Aaron Savale. I like him in this rotation. The move makes sense now with the injury to Shane McClanahan. So I think he's a viable option. The Giants still, for me, just again, that yesterday's performance doesn't move the needle. I just see a lot more consistency from the Giants against righties. So give me the Rays in this one.
What moves the needle?
Being able to score more than one run in a game against right-handed pitching. They scored 7. They scored 7 yesterday, but again,
what was the old Chris barometer meter?
Yeah,
it's like now my arm is. I got shot up in the arm again, so now I can move it again. So I can do the barometer now. It's like I couldn't move the arm like past here before.
It's like
I got the cortisone shot right in the thing in the cartilage. Plus they got me on medication and physical therapy.
Yeah.
There's a chance I might not need surgery.
Yeah, it's like my barometer needle's like a pretzel stick or something.
Well, I'm going back to it, man. I'm fading them damn Rays. Taking the Giants at the crib behind Walker. The Rays, man, they will win games, and I'm not fading them every game moving forward. But I will look to fade this team out on the road, especially against teams that are solid at home. We know the Rays play their best baseball in the Trop. I don't trust Savale in this start. I just don't. I think I told you I think the Giants win this series, and I think the Rays are going to struggle down the stretch. They're going to win some, but I think they're going to finish from when I said earlier with the losing record for the rest of the season. So I think we got to strike while the iron's hot. Fading the Rays here in this spot on the road.
I'm going to take the Rays. I know Jay thinks they're not going to make the postseason, but I do. Why not? Rays for me. Short, sweet, to the point. I think the Rays are less damaged by missing Franco than most teams would be.
Franco, McClanahan,
McClanahan sucks. And Franco, it's like the Rays have always been a next man up team. Always.
Their bullpen not as good as years past. Like, I don't know.
I do know that they always make the playoffs.
Them Seattle boys got that dub yesterday. I don't know.
A lot of traffic. Speaking of a loss, man, this was one of the more brutal ones yesterday. Marlins and the Astros. The Marlins had that game won. Why do they put that puke in? I never understand it, man. It's like you put him in, you basically say, I want to lose. It's like you put him in to pitch to Tucker. It's like, why not just put me in to pitch to Tucker? I used to pitch batting practice in high school. I'm telling you, I can give up some bombs. I have the ability to really get racked. It's like they don't just put anybody into pitch batting practice. It's like, can I pitch? He used to always be like, can I pitch? Sure, batting practice. I got a sinker and a change. It's like just gets pummeled. I mean, just crushed. Floats. I got a floating change. It's like basically it's gonna get hit over the fence.
This one me?
Yep.
Knock, knock.
There.
Jesus Luzardo's finna kick the crap out of the Astros today. Give me the money Marlins on the money line at the crib, man. They're gonna bounce back and win this one. I know it's Verlander on the other side, and I understand that, and I understand that the Astros offense has been pretty hot. But I think we got ourselves a pitching duel today. I expect a bounce back outing from my guy Jesus at the crib, man. I really do. I think the Marlins, coming out of that long losing streak that they were on, man, they've been playing some pretty decent baseball, and this has been a very competitive series, and I expect it to be the exact same today. And this line is steady coming down, man. I will trust Jesus in a bounce back spot more so than many other people. And Verlander, his last start was okay, man, but the one on the road against the Yankees, who were anemic at the time, was a loss, a 3-1 loss. I'm taking the money Marlins in this one. I am behind my guy. Knock knock.
I'm taking the Marlins as well. Look at that home record. 37-25. Astros 35-26 on the road. I'm not a big Verlander guy right now. I think he's at the end of his career. I think the Mets, I mean, if they've done anything right this season, it was getting rid of this guy. Taking the Marlins. I think you know what I think is going to happen here, Chris? Do the words Montero mean anything to you?
Potentially. But
wasn't it like, I mean, he just sucks.
He does, but I don't think they're going to have to give it to him here. We talk about knock knock. I think Verlander slams the door shut. I know going against Luzardo hasn't gone well for me this season, but Jesus Luzardo's last 3 starts. Anyways, Jesus Luzardo's last 3 starts, 15 earned runs. His last 2 home starts, 11 earned runs, 8 innings of work, and that came against the Yankees. And I'm trying to find out who the other game was against. But the Astros have been one of the best teams in baseball against left-handed pitching pretty much all season long. And that start for Verlander against the Yankees, it's not Verlander's. Yeah, Verlander took the loss in that game, but it's not his fault. He's pitched 7 innings of 2-run ball. His offense couldn't score for him in that game, so I'm not holding that against Justin Verlander. I'm going to go with the Houston Astros in this one.
Ruffolo. 0-27 in Luzardo starts over the last 2 seasons.
Ruffalo, fade knock knock, man. Damn.
Damned if you do. Damned if you don't.
I normally don't. That's what I should tell you. All you need to know, if I fade Luzardo, there's got to be something.
Fair enough.
Go to Great American Ballpark, where the Reds were shut out yesterday. They were absolutely terrible in that game against the Guardians. Today it's Noah Syndergaard Day. Abbott's been getting hit really hard for the Reds. But I think they bounce back here. I do. I'm going to take the I'll take the Reds in this one to get the W. I think, you know, what we saw yesterday in the National League in the wild card, all the 3 bigs lost, right? So today I think we see the Reds and the Marlins at least gain some ground. I'm going to take the Reds. Abbott and Castillo both pitching today.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cincinnati Reds as well. The Guardians just have trouble against left-handed pitching, but Jay was asking earlier about games where I have the over in the first inning. I got 3 today, and this is one of them. I'm going to take over 2.5 innings, over 2.5 in the first inning, and over 3.5 in the first inning. Over 2.5 plus 550, over 3.5 plus 1225. I think Syndergaard gets shelled.
I wish this was a day game.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take the Reds straight up on the money line, and lay it a little top. I think they win. I agree with these guys. I think Syndergaard's probably gonna get hit today. I think Abbott who has won 4 of his last 5 starts for the Reds, gets another win here. Is what I think happened. So this is not going to overcomplicate. It's a little juicy, but I can go up to -160. I'm gonna just take the Reds here and lay the money line.
All right. Moving right along. How we doing on time?
Actually, moving along pretty quickly. We're on pace to finish within an hour and a half.
Wow. What do you think about Dalvin Cook and the Jets? And then they as soon as they sign him, they activate Hall.
Me, I love Hall. So, but coming off of an injury, now you have a two-headed monster to kind of alleviate some of the pressure off Rodgers. You got a lot of weapons, but the question is the offensive line on that offense. So we'll see if it all comes together. We'll see.
Look how many good running backs the Jets have. Are you going to get rid of Carter or something like that? Because then it's like, what if he goes somewhere else and kills you like Berrios is going to do to him?
Yeah.
I like it when college players return home like Berrios. I just think that's a good thing.
What you think about Zeke to New England?
I like, as a Dolphin fan, I like it. Chris likes the Patriots.
I hope he do good up there. That's my guy.
I think he'll be okay. I think I think they'll use him right. I think he'll get a lot of opportunity because they've got some guys out.
Yep. Pat's making playoffs. I don't know, Christopher. I mean, I don't put it past them, but that division is tough. Buffalo, New York, the Dolphins, the Patriots. Is everybody getting in out of there?
Like Mitch said, I'm a Patriots fan. I'll tell you, I think we're finishing last in that division. I think every team in the AFC East will have a winning record, but I don't think they make the playoffs.
What you got it at 9-8 for the Pats?
Yeah, 9-8.
No chance. They're gonna be like 5-12.
Okay.
I'm kind of with Chris. I'm like that 8-9, 9-8 mold. I think they'll be competitive. I think that the Bills are going to be in that same mode too. That 10-7, 9-8 mode. Watch out. It's a tough division over there.
We got the Cardinals and the A's. Who's up? Is it maybe me? Mitch. I went first last time, so it's you, Chris.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the A's plus the 1.5 in this one. I don't trust Matthew Liberatore. He had his probably his best outing maybe of his career last time out. Eight innings of shutout ball against the Tampa Bay Rays, but I'd say more often than not over the course of his career, especially this season, he's made lesser lineups look a lot better than they actually are. The A's aren't terrible against left-handed pitching. I think they can at least do some damage here, keep this within a one-run game. The Cardinals continue to disappoint, so give me the same. Give me the A's plus the 1.5.
This is what I think of this game. I'm not rushing to the window to bet the A's, but I would look in their direction. The Cardinals have won 4 of their last 5, but 4 of those games were against 2 of the worst teams in baseball in Kansas City and Oakland. But in that same breath, I've leaned to Oakland the last 2 days, and they haven't gotten it done. what I will say is what we do say is their best options of getting wins is usually Sears or Blackburn, and Blackburn is on the mound today. Libator, he's so small lean to the Oakland A's, but I'm not totally in love with it. But I'm not laying juice with the Cardinals, so A's plus the 150 should be a good place to be.
I'm gonna take the A's as well. I just hate the Cardinals, and I don't like laying odds with them. I know I got roasted yesterday early. I knew it was done early, right?
Yep.
We knew it was. It's one of those ones. That's it. You just hit the showers early. But today's a new day, and Bering Sea Gold isn't on for me to turn the channel to. So gonna need some help here. Gonna need something. What do we got tonight? Master Chef. What else we got? I don't love MasterChef. I like cooking shows to a certain degree, but it's like you don't actually get to taste the food. So how do you know? How do you know?
Yeah.
The buttercream.
I like Top Chef more than I like Master Chef.
What?
I like Top Chef more than I like Master Chef.
How do you know? I've been to a lot of their restaurants.
No, I'm just saying I like watching Top Chef more than I like Master Chef.
I'll tell you the best restaurant of a Top Chef person I went to was that Stephanie Izard, Girl in the Goat. They have the Goat Diner also in Chicago. It is just knock your socks off. Really, really, really good.
I know you're a fan of Tom Colicchio's Master Steak.
No, not a fan. Not a fan of Master Steak. Yep. All right, we move on.
Smash that like button for us, all you beautiful people in the chat.
Yes. Smash that like. We also now have, instead of 2-for-1 capper deals, we now have 3, 4, 5. You can get as many as you want. New feature.
Pair us 3 up. Let's get it.
Morning show trio.
Even though Jay's above us, he's hosting the NFL Rundown this year. Well, I kind of host the NFL Rundown, so I can't be bothered anymore. Red Sox Nationals. Mackenzie Gore invented the internet first.
I don't think that bit's ever going to get old.
I love that bit. Jay's too young to remember it, but it was a beauty. Jay, you took the A's in the last one?
Yeah.
I took the A's also. So you're up here.
This is a tough one. I went back and forth on this one because I kind of like the Red Sox, and then y'all know I've been betting the Nationals, as the Nationals have been playing some of their best baseball of their last 3 years, really. They competed yesterday, couldn't quite get it done, but I'm gonna go back to the well with them at home, and Mackenzie Gore. I just don't want to pass up this money with the Nationals at plus 140, a team that is, I think they're 8-5 since the trade deadline. They have a winning record in that span. They're playing well. And Paxton, I don't know what to expect from this guy. He looks good in some starts, and then in others he gets shelled. And I kind of got a feeling that today's a shell. 2 of his last 3 were L's. 3 of his last 5 were L's. And I got a feeling that 4 of his last 6 are L's. So I'm rolling with the Nationals at home here in this one.
The Nationals and the Marlins just made the questionable moves last night in the bullpen, and it was the Nationals who had come back on the Red Sox and taken the lead, or they tied the game. They had a chance to get to the lead. They ended up tying it, and then the Red Sox in the bottom half scored a run because they put the reliever in. I think the Nationals. I don't know. I'm going to take the Nationals. I know they've lost $1 million in a row at home against American League East teams, but I don't care. The streak ends today. The buck stops here. Chris?
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna take a shot on the Nationals here. Mackenzie Gore maybe could use the internet he invented to figure out how to not give up the home run ball, but I think he does that today. The Boston Red Sox, have just not been great against lefties the last couple of weeks. The Nationals surprisingly have been pretty good against lefties since the All-Star break. James Paxton, he's pitched well for the Red Sox, but he's done a lot of his best work at home. I don't really love him in this spot, so I think there's some value here with the Nationals at plus 140.
When Al Gore allegedly claimed he invented the internet, comedians, politicians, pundits, and Republicans had a field day mocking him. I mean, we're still using this bit. The amusing humor and misrepresentation of what Gore said hide the deeper issue about the relationship between political patrons. Technologies develop. Gore's actual role in the development of the internet reveals just how important he is.
Oh, the dog pound. 51% on the Nats. Okay.
Al Gore invented cue cards. Did Al Gore say, fact check, did Al Gore say I invented the internet? False. Despite the multitudinous of defensive references, supposed quote continue to be proffered even today by me. Former U.S. Vice President Al Gore never claimed he invented the internet, nor did he say anything could be reasonably interpreted the way the legend arose from critics and pundits who plucked a relatively credible statement Gore made during the course of an interview, altered its wording, and stripped its context to make it seem ridiculously self-serving falsehood. Al Gore claimed he invented the internet put-downs. When asked to describe what distinguished him from his challenger for the Democratic presidential nomination, Senator Bill Bradley, former Nick, Gore replied in part, "During my service in the U.S. Congress, I took the initiative in creating the internet." So what do you mean he didn't say he did? I took the initiative in moving forward with a whole range of initiatives that have proven to be important in our country's economic growth. He totally said he invented the internet. Invented the internet. I've been dodging it here, man. I've just been trying to kill time, fill it in, because I know I'm first on the next game, and
and there ain't no escaping either.
Oh, there's escaping. I will take a straight Ruffolo.
No, I need a side, man.
Even my wife got the Gausman initial wrong there. She put P.
I was just about to say
K. Gausman.
Pevin Gausman.
Pevin Gausman. It's going to be a hard pass on this one.
The people demand a side, man.
I like the over. Both guys way overrated.
Who wins this baseball game, Mitch?
I'm going to say the Blue Jays win the game. I'll tell you, it sucks watching. Well, I didn't get to see last night's Blue Jays game because it wasn't covered on any TV here in the United States. You believe that, Chris? It wasn't on Baseball Package. It wasn't
I'm pretty sure it was on Apple TV.
Was it on Apple?
I think it was Apple.
Damn! I didn't know it was on Apple. Normally it will say that it's on Apple on something. No, it was not on Apple, I don't believe.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay, hold on.
Normally if it's on Apple, it will say it's on Apple.
Yeah.
If it was on Apple, I'm going to be mad. Yeah, because like even on ESPN, it'll say Apple TV, like Toronto, Cincinnati, and New York, Boston this weekend on Friday. Normally, Apple games are on Fridays. Anyways, what I saw through game day, I didn't see it, through the Gamecast, which is the worst way to watch a baseball game or football game. We all know that.
Yep.
What I did see was Vlad Guerrero sucking it up at the plate. I mean, double play with the bases loaded, really just not getting it done. Swinging early in the count when a guy's struggling, popping up to the second baseman. What's the matter with him? What's the matter
I wish I knew.
What the hell's the matter with him? I'm taking the Blue Jays. I'm riding Gausman. I'm on the horse.
Ooh, that's a clip.
Yep. I'm on the horse because Kevin Gausman's going to get it home for me.
Wow.
Yep. I don't think he'll give up more than 2 or 3 hits in this game. He's going to
Whoa.
dominate on the mound.
Who
It's
is
going to be the
this
Kevin
front that
Gausman
you've done
show.
with Mitch?
It's all Gausman all the time.
Chris, who is this?
I want the Gausman over strikeouts and the under on hits and runs and home runs for the Phillies.
Okay.
Who do you like, Chris?
Jay, it's you. I've got no words.
I'm stunned too. I can't believe
I'm like,
words, man.
I got. Thank God, I think I got my earphones, or else my brain would be leaking out of my ears just now. It's not like I feel like my brain is fried at this point. Holy shit! Hold on, I gotta check the temperature in hell right now. I just froze over.
I think so.
Well, where else am I going to go?
I know that's true. I know.
I think the Phillies had a rain out or something because it was actually supposed to be Gausman versus Wheeler was the way that it's set up.
I was gonna say I've never heard the words Gausman over strikeout prop leave your mouth.
Yeah, what if it was Gausman versus Wheeler? Imagine that show. What that show would have been.
Oh boy. Oh jeez. Yeah. You still probably would have taken the Blue Jays because Wheeler probably would have had the bullpen blow up on him again. Yeah, give me the Blue Jays here. And Gausman has a decent enough outing at home. Nola's really struggled on the road this season. He's struggled with home runs. He's given up 26 this season, second most in baseball. Yeah, I think the Blue Jays get to him. I think we have another Blue Jays victory here. I think they get the season split with the Phillies here. So give me Toronto.
Jay?
Like the lamp. No, I'm playing. I'm taking the Blue Jays here as well, though. I think they get this one done. Phillies now on a 3-game losing streak. I think they make it 4 here. Toronto, playing well at home recently. I just see this as a spot to continue to gain some ground in that AL. Over there, and it's tough over there, man. So I think they stack this one behind Gausman. I don't love the price, but I think they win the game. So Blue Jays for me.
All right.
Toronto.
Braves against the Yankees. Chris, this is you.
Yeah, I was trying to get a line on this one, and now I see it's Braves minus 240. I'm still taking the Braves on the run line here. It's just the Braves against another right-handed pitcher. I know Randy Vasquez has decent numbers on the surface, but I think he's still a young pitcher. He's a small sample size in innings, and what way is better to go into a start than to face the best lineup in baseball that's against righties? I mean, I think Vasquez is in a lot of trouble here. I don't think the Yankees are going to come even close to being able to back him up here. So give me the Braves on the run line in this one.
I just don't really know what to expect from Vasquez here in this one. All 3 of his starts were at home. And the 2 off good teams that they played, the O's and then the decent Padres, they lost. Although against the O's, he looked good. He went 5 innings, 3 hits. He didn't give up any runs. They lost the game 6-3, though. Charlie Morton, what are we going to see from him? All in all, though, the only way to really go in this game is to take the Braves on the run line, maybe 2.5, and hope that offense just continues to come to play and just continue to fade the Yankees. Morton, the 4 games prior to that last one, he was ugly. So hopefully today he looks good and that Braves offense comes to play. So I'm not taking the Yankees on the road here. Give me the Atlanta on the run line.
How old do you think Charlie Morton is?
38.
He's almost 40. How long do you think he's been pitching in the majors?
I want to say his debut season was 06.
Well, let's put it this way. Here's a picture of me at a Charlie Morton game at Wrigley Field.
That's
Oh, wow.
crazy.
See the
That
old
is
sports
crazy.
chat logo, the original logo there on the shirt.
Crazy.
Charlie Morton started that game for the Pirates.
That is wild.
That's how old Charlie Morton is. Nuts, right?
Crazy. Wow. Mitch still had hair.
Mitch had hair until like 2 years ago. I shaved it off about 2 years ago.
Money man Mitch.
I own it.
So what year was that?
That was 2000. That was 2010.
That's crazy.
Were you around for those sports chat shirts, Chris?
I came in the green one.
So, oh really? You didn't have you were not there for those sports chat shirts.
No,
That was
I
like
was there.
prior to the redesign, before the redesign of the green ones. That's how.
Yeah, I was 2016.
That's when I learned that shirt. Let me go back to it. Do we still have it up? That shirt is when I learned that I'm not a t-shirt designer. So this t-shirt, we had so many of these things left over that I had to give them all to the homeless. They were so bad. On the back it says "Get Real," like with a big question mark or something. It's just terrible. Before we sold picks. Before we did anything. Thinking about not selling picks at Sports Chat anymore, only at Pick Dogs. What do you think of that? Making like Pick Dogs our kind of community pick site. Sports Chat's going to be like a sports betting hub of data, and articles and data and all that kind of, because we're rebuilding everything. We have so much stuff. Just thinking about it. Just something I'm doing. Be wearing my Charlie Morton Day shirt. Got free tickets for that game from my doorman.
That's just crazy.
I got some other ones for you for later on. Anyways, I'm taking the Braves in this one. They're going to shellac the Yankees, just like they did last night. That was just a beatdown. Got silence after the Mitch picture with hair. Thing is, I had hair until pretty recently. When did I stop having hair? I wonder what year that was. It wasn't that long ago. Because there's a lot of surfing pictures of me with hair. A lot of them. Long hair. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Who'd you guys take?
Braves run line. Both.
Chris, who'd you take? Chris is like, how do I get one of those shirts?
Go find the guy at
Goodwill. Go to Goodwill, man. There's tons of them. Who'd you take in this one?
Braves run line.
So we all took Braves run line. I'm just going to write Braves run line all. All right. Next up. Angels against the Rangers. This one is Jay.
We don't already know.
Jay, what do you think of this one?
Change the graphic.
I thought I did. I did I'm running preview mode. There you go.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Got arguably the hottest team in baseball, the best team at home. in all of Major League Baseball, the best starting rotation in all of baseball, ERA wise. They just continue to get it done. Corey Seager just continues to get better and better, starting to look like arguably the best player in the American League, man. And I think the baseball's in trouble because I think the Rangers are poised, man. I think this team is determined, and I think they're playing some of their best baseball. I mean, where else you want me to go? But the Rangers on the run line. Short, sweet, simple.
I'm gonna go Rangers on the run line too. I don't love John Gray that much, but I like the Angels less. I'm a little less convinced than Jay is that the Rangers are going all the way, but I think they're going all the way in this one. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rangers on the run line as well. This is another one of those games where I think it's in the first inning, you take the over 2.5, plus 550, over 3.5, plus 1425. Reed Detmers, he's given up 7 runs in back-to-back starts. 2 starts ago against Seattle, he gave up 4 runs in the first inning. Last time out, the 5 runs came in the second inning, so he's given up runs early. And I think it's going to be no different here. I think the Rangers get to him early, and I think even if we only see a couple runs from the Rangers, as much as John Gray probably has a solid outing here, he's still prone to giving up a run here and there. So I think we get the Rangers on the run line, and we have a high-scoring first inning.
All right, next up. So the Roniacs having a blow up on this one. The Cubs White Sox watch our show. We all had the White Sox yesterday. But more importantly,
that is funny that you call them the Roniacs.
They are the Roniacs. They are. They're the Roniacs. But more importantly, here's me at the Cubs White Sox game in Wrigley Field.
What year was this one?
Shirt on, represent.
What year was this picture?
That's 2013.
Okay.
Sitting in the bleachers.
Money man Mitch.
Wrigley. Lived in Chicago. Probably went to 100 Cubs games. Rooted against them. 100 of them. It's a good one, though. Everyone should have the Wrigley Field bleacher picture. It's standard. Anyways, I'm sticking on my White Sox. They just always beat up on the Cubs. It really doesn't matter what's happening there. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the White Sox here as well. I like Mike Clevenger a lot more at home, but still pitching well. And, I just don't trust Javier Assad in this spot. The Cubs have been pretty good against right-handed pitching, best in team OPS in the month of August, but I don't know. These rivalry games are tricky, and I think Clevenger could have a solid outing here. So take a shot at the White Sox, but not a game I'm rushing to bet.
What do you think about wearing the White Sox shirt to the center field?
I like it. It's slick. It's a fashion statement.
That was the Jim Thome year, I believe. With the Fukudomi shirts. That's the best. Got to give credit where credit is due.
Speaking of giving credit where credit is due, I gotta give a little credit to Assad because his 2 games that he started were his last 2 games, and they both were dubs. The Cubs beat the Braves in his first start, 8-6. He went 3 innings. They were 5 hits, 2 earned. And then his next game, they played Toronto on the road, and that was a dub as well. He went 7 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 earned. They won the game 6-2, but I got to go the other way. I'm taking Clevenger and the White Sox at home in this one. I've been backing Clevenger. I think a lot of people were kind of dissing Clevenger when he came back.
Ruffolo.
I wasn't. I kind of said I like Clevenger. I think it was going to be okay. He's been exactly that. 3 of his last 4 have been wins. I think he make it 4 of his last 5. And getting the White Sox at plus money here after a win yesterday, I'm going to take him again here.
got the Royals and the Mariners going at it. It's Luis Castillo. You want to talk about the tough luck loser? We've got Abbott and Castillo both going today. And MacArthur, 13.5 ERA, but he said, you know what MacArthur said, Chris? I shall return. And there he is. He did return. He's back on the bump. It's James MacArthur to you.
Mr. MacArthur.
I mean, here's the thing about MacArthur, right? And here's the thing about 13 ERAs. He pitched one inning, gave up 7 runs. I mean, that was his first time in the majors. He pitched in long relief. He gave up 7 runs, 1 walk, 6 hits, and a bomb. 40 pitches in 1 inning. So what? You know, that's that. You know what you call that for Luis Severino? You call that Tuesday night. I mean, seriously.
You call that daily life.
Yeah, you call that Tuesday night. It's like, but since then, he gave up 1 run in 2 innings, 1 run in 1 inning, and he hasn't given up a run since. And it's up to you, Chris. You pick whoever you want. Don't let me influence you.
I'm not going. I might actually let you. I'm going to go with the over here. The first 2 games of this series, we've seen the Mariners make life not so easy for themselves. You know, they got the run line cover yesterday. But Luis Castillo, you know, while I do like Castillo, he's one of my favorites. He still has a problem with the home run ball. And I think this is another one of those games where it could have a high-scoring first inning. I like the over 2.5 here at plus 600, over 3.5 at plus 1450. We saw Salvador Perez on Monday night in the opener put up a 3-run bomb against Logan and Gilbert. So I think the Royals could get on the board here early. And it wouldn't surprise me if the Mariners teed off on MacArthur in the first either. So
wow,
give me the over 9.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, give me the over 9 here and the over in the first inning.
How do you really feel?
A little bloated.
Who's going to score more runs? Who's going to score more? Mariners in the first inning or anyone playing the Maple Leafs?
Mariners in the first inning. Don't you sully the good name of my Maple Leafs. We still got 2 months before I have to deal with that, okay?
I don't even watch hockey. I know they suck.
Yeah, I think they just let in another one.
So MacArthur pitched last night in that game. He came in at the top of the 9th, gave up 2 hits, got in and got out. But I'm kind of with Chris, man. He's finna get lit up. I'm on the Mariners campaign. I've been on the Mariners campaign. I'm staying on the Mariners campaign. They're gonna come back. They're gonna push the Rays out of the playoffs, and the starting rotation in the playoffs is gonna be lethal. I really hope that they don't make the playoffs and face like my Rangers or something, because with that rotation, Castillo, Kirby, man, it's Hancock. My guy Wu, when he gets back, it's nasty over there. I think today with their ace on the mound, they win this one though. It's high, minus 200, so I would use it as a parlay piece. Maybe take them on the run line, but I think they win the game for sure.
I'm sorry, I just can't take Gausman and Castillo in the same day. I just can't, though. It's too much. I mean,
parlay them up, Mitch. Come on.
It's overload.
If it wasn't for losses, Castillo would never have a decision to work with.
I got the Castillo Gausman parlay.
You got to have the Abbott and Castillo parlay. Who's on first? I don't know. Third base. Today's the catcher. Is today the catcher or the pitcher? Today's the catcher. Tomorrow. Remember Vince Scully? Like finally like some Korean guy gets on base and he goes, after 47 years of broadcasting, I finally get to say it. Who's on first? It was like who? What's his name? He's a Korean guy. Like, after 47 years of broadcasting, I finally get to say it. Who's on first? We should redo that bit, pick dog style. One of the best. Who's on first? Jay, ever hear who's on first?
Nope.
Homer.
I literally just listened to it. That's great.
What? Vince Scully?
Yeah.
What did he say after how many years? He's like,
Oh.
after 47 years of broadcasting, I finally get to say it. Who's on first?
He just says shades of Abbott and Costello. I can finally say it. Who's on first?
He was so excited. We got the Padres jumped all over the Orioles yesterday. It's Dean Kramer today up against Blake Snell.
Yep. Beautiful.
Jay's turn. Is it Jay's turn or is it
That's Jay's turn.
Beautiful. And I'm going back to him today, man. I'm taking the Padres with Snell. Gotta fade the O's, man. It is what it is. Y'all can call me an O's hater. You can call me whatever.
I'll call you an O's hater.
I'll be an O's hater, but we got Snell on the mound. The Padres, they usually get a win when he's on there. Kramer on the mound for the O's is ill. It's disgusting, and I'm not backing him in this spot. I think the Padres offense get to him. They look good like they did yesterday. And I think the Padres get a series win over the O's. So what I've kind of noticed with the Padres is the Padres like to show up and beat the good teams. But against the medium teams, the bad teams, they're terrible. That's why the record looks like it is. But they've shown up and played. Remember, they swept my Rangers. I still can't believe they did that. And now they're competing here with Baltimore. I think they win the series. So give me San Diego behind Snell today.
There's an old saying, you're foolish and lack vision. I'm going to take the Orioles in this one. They are the better team, and we're getting them at plus money, nearly 1.5 times their money against the no-shows, the most disappointing team in all of sports. Oh, I don't think so. I think Blake Snell is about as square.
Yeah, I think Snell's the square play.
Snell is the square play, man.
I don't know, though. I think people see the O's and just run to them.
This line has gone from 154 to minus 185. It's up to minus 185. You're telling me I'm the square? The public humping up on the Padres, Spiller says. I can't wait to have the sharps on. I mean, it's gonna be like I'm gonna, instead of doing it the way that I tried doing it last time, I'm gonna have them as part of our regular show. And I think it'll be really fun to see some interaction. See if Butler tells them that they're too square. So square, it's not fair. I can tell you firsthand, these guys do not pick. They do not pick. It picks them. Chris, who'd you take?
I'm taking the Orioles here as well. The Orioles just find ways to win with Dean Kramer on the mound, 18-6 in his 24 starts this season. Blake Snell, his numbers are fantastic, but I mean, the majority of his starts, since let's go back to just the beginning of July, his last 8 starts, he hasn't gone more than 6 innings in a start. And then he hands the ball over to a Padres bullpen that in the month of August, down in 22nd, a 5.59 staff ERA. So the Orioles just find ways to win with Kramer on the mound, the most profitable road team in baseball. Kramer's the most profitable starting pitcher in baseball. And then he hands it off to that Baltimore bullpen that was potentially to be probably the best in baseball. So give me the Orioles here all day, twice on Wednesday.
We're booing Kramer today. He gets cranked.
Jay likes any team. Jay hates any team with a better record than the
Yep.
Rangers.
It's all love, man.
Any team with a better record than the Rangers.
This line going up. Shit. I'm seeing some minus 190s pop up.
Mountcastle's probably not playing or something. Got the Dodgers against the Brewers. You know, Wade Miley's got that 2.90 ERA. I like the Brewers a lot yesterday, and they really got slaughtered in that game. I'm going with Clayton Kershaw. You know, sometimes you just have to fess up and just live with it. I think, you know, I did my Tom Brady video a few years ago when he won the Super Bowl, and I think Clayton Kershaw, I've come to terms with it. First ballot Hall of Famer, one of the greatest pitchers of all time. It's one of these guys that how I talk about like some of the old greats, you know, the Greg Maddoxes, the Randy Johnsons, the Roy Halladay's that I've seen in my lifetime, the Tom Seavers, the Bob Gibsons. Jay, this is going to be your guy. And Clayton Kershaw, lefty, man, unbeatable at Dodger Stadium. This is going to be your guy. This will be the guy like the stories that I tell. This will be the guy that you talk about. I saw Kershaw pitch, man, from Dodgers. It's like when I saw Bob Gibson throw that curveball, man. It's like guys would duck, you know, I'd go over the plate for a strike. Unbelievable. Chris, who's the best pitcher you ever saw?
Oh man, I don't know.
No, who's the best? Like, if you had one guy, who's your guy? You know,
Just me from like just off the top of my head, Roy Halladay.
Halladay, like big game Halladay, no hitter in the postseason.
Was it a perfect game?
Perfect game against the Marlins, right?
Yeah.
It might have been perfect game. It's definitely no hitter. It was a gem. It wasn't like a lucky catch or anything on that one. Jay, who's yours? It's got to be something recent.
That's tough.
Because Jay changes every week, so it's gotta be
Yeah. I don't know.
I would say this
maybe Nolan Ryan, maybe.
I would say DeGrom of this generation.
Yeah, for me, probably DeGrom. Shohei Ohtani, one of those two.
I've seen so many great ones. I'd have to say, I think Maddox. You know, I think Maddox is the best. It's just you know, I don't know how it's like one of those guys who just say, I don't even understand how he does it. You know, pitched all those complete games. I mean, how do on short pitch counts too. 80s. Throwing like 88 pitches a game. Yeah, probably Maddox. I would say Maddox. I would say Randy Johnson. I would say Randy Johnson over Halladay for me.
The big unit.
He was just, I think if I was a batter, the guy who I'd least like to face is Randy Johnson. It's like you get up to the plate, you got some 6'10" guy that throws at 100 miles an hour. It's like, oh my God, this is gonna be a bad day. Also, Fernando. I'd say Fernando's in the discussion for me too. Hard to say one. Anyways, I'm taking Kershaw here.
Yeah, I'm going to take Kershaw on the Dodgers as well. Didn't think I would go, too crazy against Wade Miley. He actually has some decent numbers, but look at his last two starts against the Dodgers this season. He gave up 7 runs in 5 innings at home against the Dodgers in a loss. I faced him last in 2021. Before that, gave up 6 runs over 3 innings of work, 6 homers total in that game in those 2 games. Kershaw's just been dominant at home at sub-2 ERA. I think the Dodgers win this one fairly easily, so give me the Dodgers as well.
There's only one team playing better baseball than my Texas Rangers. and it is the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I will not fade them with their guy coming back tonight in Kershaw in LA against a Brew Crew team that I don't bet on very often. So with that being said, what are they? What have they lost? One game since the All-Star break or since the trade deadline? Like this team is rolling. Even the Dodgers here in this one.
All right, 3 for the Dodgers. Which brings us to that magical moment. One shining moment. I hate that song and that whole thing. That one shining moment at the end of the tournament.
Jeez.
Terrible. You know what else I don't like? Which I realized this week? Billions. The show Billions. I stopped watching it for a year and I got back to it. It just sucks. It just sucks. It's like, what a terrible show. It's like the last season of it. It's like, thank God. Please. It's like they went way too far on the simile, whatever it is, like, you know, or whatever you call it. Like, what do you call it, like when you say it's like this? Like you ran around that track like the Secretariat at the Belmont. You know, it's like much, man. Too much. It's like not cool. No. How are we doing on time?
Doing pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. I think we're only at hour 21.
Oh, I lost the window, so I don't know.
Oh.
I had too much crap on my screen. Too much crap. Oh, so I don't have the parlays up. All right.
That's a good question. He says, who gets to 90 wins first? The Braves?
I'll take a quick look. Who gets the 90 wins first? Who's asking?
I say the Braves. I say it's ATL. 13 or
Wow, look at all these comments. I missed all of them. Wow. Tons of comments. Thanks everybody that commented. Sorry I missed them all. Let me take a look at the standings and I'll tell you. It will be
they just got a comfortable lead.
not much. 3 games over the Orioles. Who do you think, Chris?
I think I'm going to take the Orioles.
I'll take the Rays. Jay thinks like the Dodgers are playing so well. They have the same amount of wins as the Rays. I'll take the Rays.
But you have to put it in context. The Rays had like a 15-game jump on damn near everybody.
But they have a plus 140 run differential.
Yeah.
What do the Rangers have? Plus 197.
Beautiful.
Braves plus 206. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Braves. The Rays have the 3rd best run differential in baseball.
Tied for 3rd.
One shining moment. You going to Vegas for March Madness, Chris?
I might. I haven't decided yet.
What about football?
I think I probably will for
football
first weekend. I think I can make it up for football weekend or for opening weekend.
You will?
I don't think I can.
Grounded?
Yeah.
Mom's pissed.
Yeah. I didn't clean my room.
Got home late.
Yeah. Wrecked the car.
It's like I'll barely be getting better from this Vegas trip. I'll be on my way again.
Yeah, 2-3 weeks away.
The Germ Express. I'll be there. Jay, you going?
I'm trying to get my ducks in a row to get there.
Jay's getting his ducks in a row, Chris.
My ducks in a row.
Ducks are all in a row. Tony Brown will be there. Lives there. All right. What do we got? Parlay time.
All right, my parlay, I'll go with the Reds, I'll go with the Blue Jays, and I'll go with the Rangers.
How many people are watching?
350.
Nice.
I'm going to go with the Blue Jays. I'm going to take the White Sox. And then I'm just going to add 2 fillers with the Mariners money line and the Padres money line 14.
So earlier today on the show, I said, if you're interested in becoming a handicapper on the site outside of the Become a Capper contest, if you have experience, handicapping experience, I don't want to get any emails with all your tickets and all that other crap. I ain't looking at. But if you have experience at another site, or you have a very specific skill set that we lack at Pick Dogs, you're interested in joining our team. And by skill set, I mean like you do TikTok, you do Twitter better than us, you do something like that. Whatever they call it, X, Instagram.
We still on Twitter.
Let me know.
Gasman Castillo parlay for Mitch.
It's going to be the Rockies, the Orioles, and the White Sox. $10 pays $126.42. So about 12.5 to 1 on our money. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day.
We got a small card tomorrow. We got like 6 games.
Yeah, we'll just talk about how Jay's going to be doing the NFL rundown. We'll spend at least 20 to 25 minutes.
I have a preseason one for y'all tonight, so be on the lookout for that.
1 game.
Uno más.
Thanks everyone for joining us. Let's make it a winning day. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow.